Aston Martin just showed up to Budapest with a completely different car, built in secret, the biggest single-team gamble of the 2026 season, and that is only where this weekend starts. McLaren brought a rear wing nobody saw coming, which means the car already leading this championship just got faster, and the driver sitting 45 points clear heading into the last race before the summer break is now facing the most aerodynamic track on the calendar, with a Hungarian machine closing behind him. 3 stories, each one bigger than the last. Together they decide whether the summer shutdown feels like a victory lap or the beginning of a collapse. Here's everything every team brought to the 2026 Hungarian Grand Prix, and why Aston Martin's move changes the rest of their season. Let's start with the biggest story on the grid this weekend, and it is not a wing, it is an entire car. Aston Martin arrived in Budapest with what is effectively a B-spec machine. This is not a tweak. This is not a floor update or a revised front wing end plate. This is the result of months of work done entirely behind closed doors, because Aston Martin made a deliberate decision early in 2026 to skip the normal cadence of incremental updates. No regular upgrades in the first half of the season. Instead, they went away, identified unexpected deficits in their 2026 design, and built something new. And that something new hits the track for the first time this weekend in Budapest. Both Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll are in the upgraded car. That matters, like, because it tells you this is not a one-driver experiment. Aston Martin are committing. Now here's the catch, and this is important. What we are seeing in Hungary is not the complete picture. Aston Martin themselves have confirmed that this is not the full step. An upgraded Honda power unit is also in development, but it will not be ready until after the summer break. So what you're watching this weekend is the chassis half of the solution. The engine upgrade comes later. That means the true performance of this B-spec car will not be fully unlocked until the second half of the season. Hungary is the proof of concept. The real test comes in August and beyond, and that makes this weekend's data absolutely critical for Aston Martin's entire 2026 project. So Aston Martin is the appetizer. Here comes the main course, and it involves the two teams currently fighting for everything. McLaren came to Budapest with a new rear wing among the developments they could be introducing this weekend. The Hungaroring is a track defined by aerodynamic efficiency, long, sweeping, slow-speed corners, where downforce is everything and straight-line drag is a secondary concern. So any rear wing development here is not just about Hungary. It is a statement about what the car can do on tracks like this for the rest of the season. McLaren's upgrade adds another layer to an already intense midfield battle. And at a circuit where the margins are razor thin, a new rear wing can be the difference between fighting for podiums and fighting for points. And that brings us to the real chaos underneath all of this upgrade talk, because the championship picture heading into this race is genuinely volatile. Kimi Antonelli leads the 2026 Drivers' Championship by 45 points over Lewis Hamilton and 50 points over George Russell. On paper, that looks comfortable. It is not. Antonelli was fastest at both Silverstone and Spa, but a reliability failure at Silverstone cost him a likely win and dropped him outside the points. That is the fragility underneath the headline number. Hamilton, meanwhile, arrives in Hungary carrying 5-second time penalties from each of the last 2 races, Silverstone and Spa. It has not challenged for victory since Barcelona. He also carries something else, 8 wins at the Hungarian Grand Prix, more than any other driver in the history of this race. If there is one track where Hamilton resets, it is this one. And Russell? He was spun out of the Belgian Grand Prix, tapped into retirement by his own teammate Hamilton, while simultaneously struggling with a straight-line speed deficit at Spa that Mercedes said was costing him a couple of tenths per lap and had not yet been diagnosed. Russell comes to Hungary needing answers. Ferrari and Mercedes have each won 2 of the last 4 races. Mercedes have had the stronger raw pace for most of the season, but McLaren's Andrea Stella has gone on record saying Ferrari will be, quote, extremely competitive at the Hungaroring and likely the fastest car in the corners here. Ferrari introduced a power unit upgrade at Austria and have been building momentum ever since, with Fred Vasseur crediting both that engine step and incremental chassis gains for their recent form. Charles Leclerc won at Silverstone. He took second at Spa. Ferrari believe the Hungaroring suits them, so does McLaren's boss, which tells you everything. If this breakdown helped you understand what is actually at stake this weekend, not just the upgrades, but the championship chess match underneath them, hit like right now. It directly tells the algorithm this kind of content is worth pushing to more F1 fans, and that is how this channel grows. We are a small operation, and every like genuinely matters. Now here is my question for you, and I read every single reply. Is Aston Martin's B-spec too little too late for 2026? Or do you think the Honda Power Unit upgrade after summer break turns them into a genuine threat in the second half of the season? Drop your take below. See you in Budapest. Before you go, here's what the calendar looks like from here. Hungary is round 11, and the final race before the August summer shutdown. 6 races in 8 weeks brought us here. Then the break. Then the second half of the season begins, and that is when Aston Martin's Honda upgrade arrives, when the championship gaps either solidify or collapse, and when teams that have been developing in secret all summer will start showing their hands. The next few months of 2026 Formula One are going to be extraordinary. This weekend is where it all starts. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you stick around. Next up, we're diving even deeper into how these upgrades are actually performing on track. Drop your vote in the poll. Which team do you think made the biggest leap in Budapest?